Hi everyone. Here we will discuss about multiple inheritance by using the interface concept in object oriented programming. Here class will implement multiple interfaces or an interface can extend multiple interfaces at a time. That means we can say a class name, for example a, which can implement multiple interfaces. Okay, interface x comma interface y, like this it can implement multiple interfaces. Like that interface can extend, suppose interface I can extend two interfaces x comma y. So here, through that, which is uh, supporting to the multiple inheritance is not supported in the case of class because there is the possibility of ambiguity. For example, here ambiguity in the sense two interfaces are having a similar variable name, and there is the possibility of two interfaces can have method names. Okay, for example it can have method name here also add, and here also it can have the method name add. So this is the example for ambiguity. Two interfaces are having the method with a similar name, then there is the possibility of confusion when you are applying the class based inheritance. Okay, so here the this kind of ambiguity can support by the interface concepts. Here it is supporting for the ambiguity, that is the interfaces can support, which is possibility of having two interfaces with a similar variable name and similar method names, because its implementation is provided by the implementation class. If there is methods available here, this method is equivalent to the abstract method, so it is not having the body of the content for this method. So this body of the content will be defined inside the class which is implementing these interfaces. So here we will have the method definition for this abstract method, so there is no ambiguity in the interface. So it is supported by the interface. So the this is the diagram given for the association between class and interface. Class is implementing the interface, so here multiple interfaces can be implemented by the single class which is represented here, and interface is extending the interfaces by using the syntax this one. Here we are having the example, the class which is implementing multiple interfaces, which is showing here. For example, interface 1 which is having the printable name, then which is having the abstract method print, then the interface 1 printable is completed here. Then interface 2 showable is starting here, and which is defining the abstract method show, then which is closed here. Then we are defining the class intex, which is implementing two interfaces, printable and showable. So multiple interfaces are implemented here, and the print method which is belonging to the printable interface is defining, I write for with a single statement hello, and that method is completed here. Then show method which is belonging to the showable interface, which is also having single statement here, just displaying the welcome. Then that method is completed here. Inside the class we are having the main method. Here object variable is created by using the intex, which is referencing the intex class. Then using that class object variable we are calling the print method. Once the print method is called, this control pass to here, then this single statement will execute at the same time, which is overriding this print method available inside the interface. Like that, when you are invoking the show method, the control is passing to the class which is having the show method. Once it is executing, at that time the show method which is available in interface will be overriding. So now we will get the output these two statements one by one. Now this slide shows the class implementing multiple interfaces with similar method names. You see here same printable interface which is having print abstract method, and second interface showable also having print method. So here also print, here also print. So both interfaces are having the similar method names, but in the interface will support this because this print method is defined here only single time, only once, that is sufficient here. So there is no possibility of ambiguity which is supporting by the interface concepts. Then main method is there. As usual, we are creating the object variable by using the class int.ex. Then here print method is invoking, right? So once it is invoked, the control is passing here, then this print method is overriding this two interface methods print. So here we are creating the object only by using the class. So interface cannot be used to create the object. That is the important point we should remember. So here once you are invoking this print method, then this statement will execute by overriding this two methods available in the two different interfaces. Then another one feature is here, interface can extend the another interface. So that's what we are looking over here. Interface printable is given with the print method, then another interface we are defining showable interface, that is extending another interface printable here, which is having different method show. Then we are defining the class int.ex2 which is implementing showable interface. You see here we are implementing only single interface, that is the child interface. Okay, child interface which is extending the parent interface printable. So once you calling this one, I mean implementing this one, that is sufficient to get the features of its parent interface. So here we are implementing the showable interface. Through this it is accessing the features of its parent interface printable. Okay, so print method is defining here by using the implementation of child interface showable, then which is having a single statement, then another method show which is belonging to the child interface. Here we are defining single statement. Then as usual we are creating the object by using the class only. We cannot create the object by using the interface. So object is created by using the class name, then we are invoking the print. Once print is invoked, then it will pass the control over here, then at the same time it is overriding the method which is available inside the printable interface. Then it will display the statement, right, first statement. Then show method is invoking, then the control is passing over here vit ap. At the same time the show method is overriding in this place, then this statement printing the vit ap, right? So here you should observe that the interface is extending another interface. When it is extending like that, we can implement the child interface. Through that we can access the features of parent interface of this child interface, right? And here another one feature is a class is implementing an interface, at the same time it is extending an another class. You look at here, we are defining the interface person which is having the abstract method personal details. Then we are defining a class name here employee which is having the method name is job details. Here this is having single statement, designation is manager here. Then based upon that, here we are defining the new class report which is extending the class employee and implementing the interface portion, right? So here the class is applying two types of things. One is extending the employee class and implementing the person interface. Through this it is accessing the personal details. So here this is abstract method. For that abstract method we are defining, that is implementing the method by creating some statements. Here my name is interface is the statement. Then here we are defining the driver class. Okay, driver class in the sense the class which is having the main method, that is called driver class. Here I am creating the object by using the class name report. Then only I can access the class employee and access the features of person interface. So through this I am trying to access the personal details by using the object report which is belonging to the class report. Then based upon that, once I am calling that personal details, then automatically control passing over to this method. Once this method is called, then automatically the it will check its implementation interface, right? So automatically the control is overriding the method which is defined in the interface portion. Then the statement will execute, it is displaying the first line. Then here we are having the method job details. It is called by using this object report. Then it will check the interface, is it have any job details method. It is not having because that is not defined here. Okay, you see we are not defining job details. Okay, so it is not checking the interface. So it will check the class employee because it is a parent class to this report class, child class. Then automatically this will execute the statement which is having single statement, designation is manager. So here the single class is extending the extending another class and also implementing another interface. Another one is a default method in interface. Until now we have seen only abstract methods inside the interface. Now we are going to see method with the body of the content. You look at here, the method which is available inside the interface having the body of the content. But when you are writing the body of the content for any method inside the interface which is defined, then we have to use the keyword default. Okay, we have to use the keyword default, then only you can define the method with body, right? So otherwise it will not allow this, you will get the compile time error. So here this interface is having two methods. One is draw, which is a abstract method because which is not defining with default keyword, so which is implemented inside the class rectangle. So here we are implementing that drag class with any number of statements here, which is having single statement. Then I am defining one more method, message msg, but which is having the body of the content for this method. So we have to define with the keyword default, then only it will allow inside the drawable interface. So as usual we are defining driver interface default int. Then here I am creating the interface object, right? I am creating the object d by using the rectangle interface which is referencing the drawable interface. Okay, which is created by using the rectangle interface, but which is referring the drawable interface. That is the meaning here. This is the class which is used to create the object. Then at the same time this object is referencing the drawable interface. Then I am using that object to call the draw method. So once it is called, then which is accessing the draw method from the class because it is implementing that method. Once it is called, it will overriding the draw method which is defined inside the drawable interface. Then it will execute, the first statement will display. Then we are calling the method msg is not defined inside the class rectangle, so automatically it will transfer the control to interface drawable to check the message method, which is defined with default, so automatically it will execute. So default method is the statement which is given, that is displayed here. So you should observe that the interface can have method with the body of the content, but it should define with default keyword. And another one is here, static method is allowing inside the drawable interface. So in the previous one we have seen the method with the default keyword inside the drawable interface. Here the static method is allowing inside the drawable interface. Okay, so here the method square is defining with the body of the content. Okay, so this square is the method which is taking a argument, right, and also which is having the body of the content which is returning x square, right. So here return type is int, but another method which is defined, that is a abstract method. If it is abstract method, it should be implemented inside any one of the class. That class is here rectangle, which is implementing the drawable interface, then which is implementing the draw abstract method which is defined here, so which is having single statement. Then we are defining one more driver class, right. Sorry, only one driver class, that is test int static, which is having the main method. Now you see we are creating the object by using rectangle class, which is referring the drawable interface, that is the meaning here. So it is having the accessibility of this drawable interface, right. Then we are calling the draw method. Once it is called, it will check the class which is having the draw method, then automatically it will overriding the draw method which is defined inside the drawable interface. Then the single statement will execute, that is this one. Then you see I am calling the method square by passing the argument value 5, which is available in the drawable interface. So drawable interface is available here. Then I'm calling the method square int x is here 5, we are passing, then which is returning x square, that is 5 square, that is the 25, right, which is printing over here. So 25 will be written by using this statement, then 25 is displaying here. So here we can observe that the method which can be defined with the body of the content inside the interface with static keyword. So previously we have seen default keyword, now we are looking static keyword. So we should observe that any interface can have the method with the definition, I mean body of the content, but that should be defined either with the static keyword or default keyword. So here again a static method we are defining, but it cannot invoke using the reference variable. You see, static method we are invoking by using the drawable interface name. We are not using the variable d, we are not using the variable d. So that's what we are giving here. You see, same program we have given drawable interface which is having the draw method, then method which is having the body of the content which is defined with the static keyword, then drawable interface is implemented by using the class rectangle. Draw method is abstract method which is implemented inside the class rectangle. Then driver class is created because it is having the main method. Then here I am creating the object by using the class rectangle which is referring the drawable interface. Then I called draw method which is calling the method which is available inside the class. Once it is calling this, then this will overriding the method which is defined inside the drawable interface. Then I am using the object variable to invoke the method here, right, but it is method defined inside the interface which is not in the class. The object variable is created by using the class, not using the interface. Okay, so here it will give you the compile time error. So illegal static interface method call. So this is the static method, right. So this method is defined inside the interface. That's why it is saying static method which is defined inside the interface, so that is illegal. We cannot uh, call the static interface method by using the object variable. So that's what it is showing. The receiver expression should be replaced with the type qualifier drawable. You have to use here drawable word instead of d. So that's why it is displaying the error. Thanks for watching.